Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Facebook. I'll wait a couple of seconds for you guys to join me. This is so completely unexpected, but I just had an inspired thought and I wanted to share it like right now. One of those moments where it just popped in my mind and something said, go live. So I am here in Florida with my husband at a convention and was just in the bed here taking some notes and reflecting and thinking. Hey everybody, reflecting and thinking, and I just wanted to share this. So thanks guys for hopping on me really quickly. What are you doing on Facebook on a what is this Friday on a Friday night? Hey everybody, awesome. So I'm not sure if you guys caught the live broadcast that I did. Hey guys, hey. I caught the live broadcast that I did the other night where I kind of told you guys my story and just shared some things with you guys. Had such an incredible time with you guys. We talked for like 3 hours. It was crazy. But I was just sitting here and I was just reflecting and taking some notes. And I asked myself, did you really get your point across of what you were trying to share with people? And there was one thing that I think that I touched on, but I didn't go into enough detail on it. And I just wanted to share this here with you guys, that each and every one of us here on this earth, if you are living, if you are breathing, if you are walking in your physical body right now on this earth, you are in what's called divine flow. And I know that you have heard people say before that everything happens for a reason, right? I used to hate when people would say that to me, like, what reason would God be doing this, But when they say everything happens for a reason, what that means is that there is a flow, there's a coordination, there's an order to events and circumstances that God strategically does to kind of orchestrate how life will flow. Or I'll put it in another metaphysical term for you. Every single person is speaking and asking for things, and you're manifesting through your words, whether you know it or not. I don't care who you are, what religion you are, where you're from, what you think about any of this spiritual law stuff, but everyone is speaking. Everyone is, words are coming out. So everyone is manifesting. And so everyone's energy and vibrational energy is kind of like flowing together, right? And so everyone is going to get what they want in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I may play a part in your life. The person driving next to you in a car, the person that lives down the street, the person who lives in China, the person who lives in New York, occurrences and situations happen in our lives so that we can all kind of flow together in this divine plan. And when I think back on my journey and think back about some of the struggles and some of the obstacles that I've overcome and the growth that has taken place and the things that have happened in my life, I realize now, and I'm also realize that there's going to be so much more divine flow and things happening, but I realize now looking back that the things that took place that caused me pain, God was putting me through short-term pain so that I could have some long-term pleasure. And when we're in the short-term pain, it just feels so excruciating, so confusing, so frustrating, so, you can get to a place you're just like, really, God, really, right? When is this ever really going to end? Or are my dreams ever really going to come true? Am I ever going to really make my goals happen? Or am I ever going to find a place of happiness? But that short-term pain, it's just for that moment. There is a divine reason that you are enduring that. There was a divine reason for me to get fired from all the jobs that I got fired from. There was a divine reason for me to be in the abusive relationships that I was in the past. There was a divine reason for me to fail when I moved to New York, and for me to be evicted, and for me to have money problems, and for me to, struggle with my dreams. There was a reason for me to go through depression. There's a reason for those things. And I'm not trying to preach to you to say there's a reason for every season and there's a season for every reason and all that foo-foo motivational stuff that is just stupid in the middle of you really dealing with something. I'm really truly saying that it takes a spiritual discipline. It takes spiritual maturity to plant your mind on what you know is true, what you know is true for yourself, what you know God really put in your heart, the desires of your heart, the happiness that you have, that you have on your heart, that you know that you want for yourself, the riches that you want for yourself, the lives that you want to impact, the things that you want to experience. If God gave you that vision, and that is in your mind, and I'm not trying to sound like a cliche preacher here, but if God gave you the vision, then he'll give you the provision. So if you have the vision in your mind and you know that that's what your life's purpose, your life assignment is for, and you really truly believe in that, the little struggle that you're dealing with in front of you will become just so minute. And you may feel physical pain. You know, there's no such thing as as being like this perfect spiritual person where you're just always in control and all that. That's ridiculous. There's no such thing as perfection. It's about constant correction. So it's about when you're in a painful place or a difficult place, constantly correcting your thought, constantly pulling yourself back. When you do something wrong, when you speak a negative word, when you go off on somebody, when you have an argument, when you say something nasty, when you get judgmental, and we all do some nasty stuff sometimes, right? Or some wrong stuff sometimes. It's not about not doing it. It's not about training your mind to never have a negative thought. You know, it's not about becoming this ultimate person who's so great. No, it's about being the type of person who lives in the present moment, feels their pain, feels their pleasure, feels their triumphs, feels their obstacles, goes through life from a place of a presence and a state of presence, and it may hurt physically, but always correcting yourself, always pulling yourself back, always reminding yourself of who you are, always forgiving, always letting go, and constantly starting over again. And that is how you operate in divine flow, and just allowing things to happen. You know, there's nothing that can happen to you that is not supposed to happen. And so there, so that's what divine flow is. So I just really wanted to share that with you guys, and share this quote here really quickly that says that nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. And so when you really think about that, nothing real can be threatened. And so if you're in the middle of a situation and you feel doubt, you know, be it a relationship, your marriage, your business, you know, your family, your travels, whatever it is that you're doing, if it's not for you, it can't happen. So nothing real can be threatened, right? If it's not for you, it's not going to take place. If it's for you, then it's going to take place, be it good or bad. Right? Nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. So nothing that's not real for you really can exist. And so a lot of times we hold these false fears in our minds. We create these big gigantic stories about what will happen if I don't make it. What will happen if, you know, if I don't have the money? What will happen if he leaves me? What will happen if I fail? What will happen? You know, we make these big humongous stories in our minds, and that's not our truth. Nothing unreal exists. It's just, it only exists in the mind. So that is just something that just popped in my mind that I wanted to just share with you guys. Divine flow. We're all operating in divine flow. The word divine means of supreme being, meaning of God. So God's flow. That's what divine flow is. And divine flow, you know, if you don't learn how to surrender to it, if you don't learn how to understand it, if you don't learn how to be okay with the difficult times, then your difficult times are going to magnify into a difficult life, because God is trying to do something for you, but you have to allow it to take place. But if you're constantly fighting and resisting your present and resisting what's taking place and wondering why, and how, you're resisting. And resistance, what resistance really does is it repels your goodness, right? Or should I say what resistance does is it really keeps recreating what it is that you don't want. There's the saying, you know, what you resist will persist. So whatever you're resisting, whatever you're running from, whatever you're fighting, whatever you're saying you don't want, whatever you're saying is so bad that you don't like, all that you're doing is causing it to persist and to continue in your life. But if you just look at maybe a painful or a difficult situation and say, you know what, Lord, this is just happening in the present moment. There's a lesson here for me. What is it that you want me to learn? Give me the physical strength and the mental strength to get through this. Learn your lesson and you move forward, and that non-resistance will allow you to flow through the moment and flow through the time. And the time may be a day, the time may be a week, it may be a year, for some 10 years or longer. But the timing all depends on you. It all depends on you. And I know, You know, I hear people say all the time, oh, in God's timing, whenever God's timing is. I heard my husband say this one day. God's timing is your word. God's timing is your word. God's timing is your mouth. And so if you're using your mouth to speak, Lord, I surrender. You're using your mouth to speak to what's taking place in front of you. You're using your mouth to speak the things that you desire into existence. You're using your mouth to speak that which you do not have as though you do. When you use your mouth to do that, then your timing will change. Things will begin to manifest faster because the flow, the divine flow of what's taking place will begin to move in your favor. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because it was just on my heart, and just thinking about my story that I shared with you yesterday or the day before, whenever it was. Time moves so fast. It wasn't about me. You know, I didn't share my story because I wanted you to know about my life. My life, yeah, cool. I have a life, so do you, right? We all have stories. We all have struggles, triumphs, and things that we've all been through. I believe everybody, you know, should write a book. Doesn't mean everybody should sell a book, but I think everybody should write a book. Everybody has a book, you know, that they can write, a story that they can tell. But I'm saying that to say that I didn't share my story with you because I wanted you to know about me, nor was I trying to impress you or any of that. I shared my story with you because I wanted to give you an example of what having unwavering faith really looks like, and what having unwavering faith can do for you. And where it can take you. So I encourage you guys to go back and watch that broadcast. It's still on there. The recording is still there. Yes, it's 3 hours long. I know. Charge your phone, grab some water, sit back, grab some notes. It's worth it. Listen to those recordings. They may come down soon. But I have some really exciting things coming up for everybody. I will be opening up Sacred Circle really soon. I'm doing a Sacred Saturday event really soon in Houston, Texas. So I'll be inviting you guys out for that. And just have some really awesome things coming up soon. And let me see what else. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining me on this last minute little broadcast here. Also too, really quickly, I'm so excited. My husband, we have his I Believe Training Day event coming up in Orlando. And I'm sorry, not Orlando. Why do I keep saying Orlando? And I was going to say Tampa, not Tampa. I'm in Tampa. Fort Lauderdale, Florida on October 1st. We'll be there for his I Believe Training Day. It's going to be off the chain and phenomenal. So follow him for details on all that good stuff. And no, it's not my training. Everybody's like, is it your training? Are you going to be there? No, don't go looking to come look for me. It has nothing to do with me. If you want to learn how to increase your belief and really work on your mindset, it's an event that you should definitely be at. So anyway, guys, love you. Thank you so much for watching. And those of you who watched the other day as well, the special offers for the Sacred Love Affair workshop and the Mindset Makeover workshop and the Stiletto University workshop that I was offering for $97. It's going to be over in a day or so. So if you want that, find the link on my Instagram page or find the link. I'll post it here somewhere. But you want to go ahead and get that and download it. It's life-changing. It really truly is. Remember, there's a difference between inspiration and information, and a lot of people get filled up with inspiration, and getting filled up with inspiration is like getting filled up with air in a balloon. It will seep out, it will leak, and it will be flat before you know it. So you want to fill yourself up with information, and information is the actual knowledge that you need, that you can put into action to actually see tangible, physical, real results in your life. So no more fluffy motivational stuff, just getting filled up with inspiration. It's time to increase your knowledge, elevate your mindset, and put it into action. All right, guys, have a fantastic Friday night. Love you to pieces, and I'll see you guys really soon. Good night, everybody.